What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to stay updated with Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. I'll try and upload videos as soon as Ravens news is out. But when there's no news, like today, I will just upload different videos, and obviously Joshua and I stream before and after every game, and maybe we'll try and stream at some point during this week. I apologize. I just got a new camera. So if it's like, I'm still working on figuring out the exact settings that I want to use while recording. So if it starts like adjusting and like blurs my face for a second, hopefully it's fixed. This is like the first time I'm actually recording with the camera. Also, hopefully today's the last day that you guys see this epic background behind me. I have a green screen that's coming in. Hopefully it'll be here today or tomorrow. But by midweek this week, I should have a background that looks much cleaner than all of this behind me, because it's pretty bad. But that's besides the point. It's all good. I will, get into this video now, and I want to talk about Ty'Son Williams, because I feel like the Baltimore Ravens missed him. And I think a lot of people were very surprised when the Baltimore Ravens listed him as a healthy scratch, and they did not activate him for the game against Denver. There's a lot of different theories as to why that is. The best theory that I've heard of is that Greg Roman and John Harbaugh feel like he has missed some opportunities, whether that was in pass blocking situations as well as holes and his vision when it comes to that. But in my opinion, Ty'Son Williams is the most explosive back that the Ravens have, and this is an offense that tries to be as explosive as possible. Okay, I like Latavius Murray. I think he's played solid. Le'Veon Bell, I wasn't disappointed in his performance, his first game back, and I have to give it to Denver. Denver does have a really good defense. They have a really solid front seven. They know how to stop the run. That's what they sold out to do. They were all in on stopping the run. They let the Ravens pass. Or they let the Ravens pass, not pass. And in that, the Ravens were really struggling to run the ball. If you know the Ravens stats, they only averaged about 3.4 yards per carry on 30 attempts. And Latavius Murray led the team with 18 rushes, only 3.3 yards per attempt. Le'Veon Bell, 4 rushes, 2.8 yards. Devontae Freeman only had 1 rush at 4. And Lamar had 7 rushes for 28 yards. Now, this was another one of those games similar to the Raiders game where they weren't running Lamar Jackson as much, and I believe that was just because his back was hurt. It wasn't worth putting him. I don't think he was 100%. I think that was kind of clear watching the game that he was a bit hesitant to try and run and things like that because he's got the sore back. And no, the sore back is not because he flipped into the end zone. That he said that hurt his bum. That did not hurt his back. Okay, so don't blame that on flipping into the end zone. It's just he's been taking a lot of hits, whether it's in the pocket or running down the field. I'm not trying to blame Lamar or anything like that. It just is what it is. And so he was a bit more cautious. So that hurts the Ravens' run game. But even with that, the Ravens' only explosive back this season has been Ty'Son Williams. He's been the only guy that's able to really take it to that next level of the defense. And, I guess technically Latavius Murray had that 1 rush, or I'm not Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman. But if you look at Devontae Freeman's stats, he's got 6 rushing attempts for 41 yards, 6.8 yards per carry. You think, wow, he's playing great. Well, one of those was a 31-yard rush. You take that out, that's 5 rushes for 10 yards. He has not been good. And I think every Ravens fan watching Devontae Freeman has said the same thing. Why is he out there over a Ty'Son Williams? I think every single time they see, oh, Devontae Freeman's in? Why? Why is he in? And I think a lot of us Ravens fans are very disappointed in that. But Latavius Murray, I think Latavius Murray is solid. Latavius Murray's averaging about 3.4 yards per carry. He's not being explosive, but he's getting the job done. He's just getting 3 yards, falling forward a little bit, and I feel like that fits his role. I think that's what the Ravens were expecting out of him. They didn't expect him to be a gasher. He's not a Gus Edwards. He's not a J.K. Dobbins. But he can go out there and get you a couple of yards. But the Ravens need that gasher. And who's the gasher running back that they have? It's Ty'Son Williams, or technically they could try out Nate McCrary because the Ravens running backs are old. Latavius Murray does not have the speed he used to. Le'Veon Bell does not have the speed he used to. Devontae Freeman does not have the speed that he used to have. And so when you're looking at this team, when they have a hole, they're not going to be able to hit it as fast. And yes, Ty'Son Williams hasn't hit some of the right holes. but he's also hitting holes with so much more speed than all the other Ravens running backs that he's able to succeed much more frequently. And I feel like that's something that the Ravens offense is lacking because they are so explosive now in the passing game. The run game is still good. It's still really good, but it needs to be explosive. Obviously, Lamar's explosive. Lamar keeps it. He can be explosive. But when he hands it off, you have to hope that if the defense sells out to stop Lamar, you can make them pay. And Latavius Murray is not going to make that defense pay for selling out to stop Lamar. He's not. He may get you 5 yards, which is cool. I'll take 5 yards of play. But if Tyson Williams comes in, they sell out to stop Lamar, and just like he did on 4th and 1 against the Raiders or 4th and short against the Raiders, takes it about 40 yards for a touchdown, that's much more scary. So now all of a sudden they're like, wow, do we really want to sell out to stop Lamar? Maybe we'll stop the running back, and then Lamar Jackson all of a sudden is getting 10, 15 yards a carry because they're selling out to stop the run. None of the other running backs are giving the Ravens what Tyson Williams has brought them. And I really feel like the Ravens should be utilizing him more, even though, yes, he has missed some holes. And I understand, like, people were concerned, oh, wow, he fumbled in that first game against the Raiders. He had, like, no experience running read option with Lamar. The Ravens ran read option only a couple times that game. And because of that, he fumbled the ball on the snap. And I just feel like that's something I'm willing to live with. If Tyson Williams is going to fumble the ball, but also have a lot of explosive runs, because, yeah, sure, Latavius can keep the ball, but if it's 1st and 10 and we're running with Latavius Murray, maybe we get into 2nd and 7. Then maybe we run it again, we get to 3rd and 4. And then we're in a 3rd down every single time. But if we hand the ball off to Tyson Williams on 1st down, maybe he gets 8. Maybe he gets 12. Maybe he gets 25. Maybe he breaks it for 80 yards for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, we're not in a 3rd down situation. He breaks it for 8. It's 2nd and 2. Ravens have the opportunity, 1, to call a play action deep bomb, hit Hollywood over the top. Or they hand it off again, and boom, he gets 8 yards again. Boom. 1st down, no 3rd down situation. Latavius Murray's longest run this year, 11 yards. He's not explosive. He just is not explosive, and that's not the player he's supposed to be. His job is to get a couple yards. That's his job. Tyson Williams' job is to be explosive, and the Ravens need an explosive running game to pair with an explosive passing attack if they really want to instill fear into defenses and allow Lamar Jackson to do what he does best, which is make plays. Because if the running backs aren't making plays, then the defense just says, well, let's sell it to stop Lamar running, because the Ravens running backs aren't going to make those plays. When we have J.K., we have Gus, they can't sell out only to stop Lamar, because we've seen games where, oh, look at that, J.K., 120 yards. Oh, look at that, Gus Edwards, 120 yards. They're gashing them all day long because they're trying to stop Lamar. Right now, this Ravens team is not gashing when they don't have Tyson Williams in. And I feel like that's somebody they need to utilize. Or if the Ravens really don't like Tyson Williams because they just really feel like he can't hit those holes, try out Nate McCrary. And if he can't gash them, go back to Tyson Williams. But you got to find somebody that can hit big runs, because that's what this offense is built on. When Lamar Jackson won the MVP, the Ravens were the most explosive offense in the NFL. And I feel like this year they have a great chance to be even more explosive than they were back then, because they have the deep threats in the passing game. I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I feel like a lot of Ravens fans do, but let me know in the comment section down below if you agree that Tyson Williams needs to be out there, because he's the most explosive back we have, and I feel like he's an integral part of this offense, and the Ravens should really try and build this offense around being explosive in the run and the passing game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Subscribe for more daily Ravens content, and I'll see all of you again tomorrow.